The Bitter Pill, Chicago, 1982. The city bustled with the hum of life as people went about their daily routines, unaware that something sinister was about to unfold. It began innocently enough, a headache here, a slight fever there. People turned to the familiar red and white capsules of extra-strength Tylenol, trusting that the over-the-counter pain reliever would bring them the comfort they needed. But instead of relief, they found death. It started on a crisp autumn morning when 12-year-old Mary Kellerman woke up with a sore throat. Her mother gave her a Tylenol, and within minutes, Mary collapsed. By the time she arrived at the hospital, it was too late. The doctors were baffled. How could a simple headache remedy cause such a sudden and violent death? But Mary was just the first. Over the next few days, 6 more people would die under similar circumstances. Each of them had taken Tylenol shortly before collapsing. The victims ranged in age and background: a postal worker, a mother of 4, a flight attendant. None of them had any connection to one another, except for that fateful decision to take a Tylenol. Panic spread through the city as news of the deaths broke. Pharmacies pulled Tylenol from their shelves, and people dumped their bottles in fear. The authorities were in a race against time, trying to figure out how an everyday medicine had turned lethal. What they discovered sent shivers down their spines. The capsules had been tampered with, laced with potassium cyanide, a poison so potent that a single dose could kill in minutes. As investigators dug deeper, they realized the horrifying truth. Someone had walked into various stores across the Chicago area, bought bottles of Tylenol, injected the capsules with cyanide, and then placed the bottles back on the shelves. The randomness of the crime meant anyone could be the next victim. The city was paralyzed with fear, and a cloud of suspicion hung over everyone. The police launched an intense manhunt, but the killer remained elusive. Even after a massive recall of the product and the introduction of tamper-proof packaging, the culprit was never found. The Tylenol murders became one of the most infamous unsolved cases in American history, a dark reminder of the vulnerability of ordinary life. Years passed, and while the fear subsided, the memory of those chilling days never faded. The families of the victims were left with unanswered questions, their loved ones taken by a faceless monster who walked among them, hidden in the crowd. And for the rest of the country, the Tylenol murders became a symbol of a new kind of terror, one that could strike without warning in the most unexpected places and change everything in an instant. The Chicago Tylenol murders remain unsolved to this day, a haunting chapter in the annals of crime.